Hi besties, welcome to the Princess Lifestyle. Yeah. Let's go. Okay. Enough of that. So today promises to be very exciting and beautiful one, informative too, because I'm gonna be telling you all the hot gist here in the UK. Are you planning on coming to the UK? Are you already in the UK in September, or you're planning to come in maybe in January or something, and you don't know what to do? You're trying to if I come, what will happen? What are the new things here? Because it's definitely different. This is not like where you're coming from. It's a whole different system. I'm ready to give you all the hot gist, everything that you need to know. I'm gonna give it to you right now and then. So let's get right into this video. So the first thing that you need to do once you arrive in the UK is get a SIM card. Like, get a SIM card immediately you get here. So you're wondering, where can I get a SIM card? Don't worry, I'll tell you. So back home in Nigeria, when I was coming, I got mine at the biometrics office. They gave it to me for free. However, if you did not get it and you choose not to use the one that they give to you, immediately you land at Heathrow, you can get it at any of the stands, maybe all those customer service stands. You can go meet them and say, oh yeah, because that's how I got my other SIM, because I got another one once I got in at Heathrow. And don't forget, there are free Wi-Fi. So if you come in and you're trying to maybe call home and say I'm here or I'm new, and your SIM card isn't working, because obviously the old one would not work here in the UK, so you can literally use Heathrow's Wi-Fi for that. So once you've told everyone at home that I'm here, I'm not a big girl, I'm not a big guy, yeah, but the Lord has done it. But once you've done all of that, make sure you get a SIM card before you leave the airport, so that way it's easier for you to communicate and you don't get lost. I think I got mine for about £15 or so, give or take, depending on the tariff plan. There are different tariff plans, so I think I got mine around that amount. I'm not sure, I can't remember, it's been a minute, but it's not as expensive as you would think it would be. The next thing, or the next agenda, or the next thing on my agenda on this video is, once you get here, like after you have left the airport, and maybe you want to maybe you're staying with family, or you're able to get an accommodation before you come, make sure that you go into your school. Like, make sure the next day or the next 2 days that you are in the UK, you're going to your school to register, because sometimes if you're not here early, registration dates, enrollment dates might close, and you're trying to beat that rush. Okay, so the third thing I would suggest once you get into the UK is get a good accommodation. I cannot overemphasize how good it is to get a good accommodation, because speaking from experience, zoom in. Speaking from experience, it's not easy getting accommodation here in the UK. But I feel like if you're able to give yourself time, do not rush into any contract. That's what I'm gonna say. Don't rush into any contract with any landlords or any student accommodation if you're not sure of how the accommodation would be. And make sure you always go for viewings. Make sure you view the apartment ahead of time before you pay anything or you agree to anything, because once the agreement is signed, once your tenancy is signed, that's it. To the duration of those months, you have to be in that accommodation. That's what happened to me. I got here, I was in a bit of a rush trying to get where to stay, where not to stay, so like I just rushed into it and ended up staying in a place that I did not like at all. I did not like at all. For 6 good months so imagine coming home from work or from school and you're tired and you just want to rest, and your room, the road to your room is flooded. Like, how do I explain it? Like, the corridor to my room was literally always flooded. Like, that's how bad mine was. And you call the agent, you call the landlord, they'll give you excuses, or we're gonna come get it fixed, and it took a whole month before it got fixed. So I'm saying this for anyone that's coming or is already here. Make sure you take your time to get a good accommodation, one that you'll be comfortable in. So always ask questions, go for viewings, and make sure that you're getting what you're paying for. So if you're trying to get accommodation and you don't know where to go to or the right sources to go to, if you want to send accommodation, Amber Student Help, so I can link that in my bio or in this video so you can see it. So you can get it via Amber Student, or Zoopla or spare rent. If you're not trying to go, like you don't stay in a student accommodation, you can do that too. Like can stay in regular private accommodation, that works too. So yeah. So the fourth I'm pretty sure I'll note it down there. Anyways, the next thing for you to do is get your BRP. So BRP is basically like our passport here in the UK. It's your mini passport, sort of. So you need to get that immediately you get in, because it's your biometric residence permit. That's what allows you to be here in the UK. So you need to get that immediately. As in fact, I think the day you go for your registration, you can get it at your school, because I got mine at my school. So I've heard that some people get theirs at maybe at the post office, or there's a place that they can go pick it up from. So always check your cost letter, not your cost, the letter from UKVI, so it will tell you exactly where to get it, so you're not so stressed about it. But like, make sure you get that. It's also very, very important. So the next thing that I would tell you to do is, let's say after you've gotten your accommodation, you've gotten your BRP, you're going to classes, you've enrolled and all of that, get an NI. So an NI is a national insurance, and this is what like the UK here uses to like pay workers. Are you serious? Wow. Or how would I explain it? So they use the NI. It's like an insurance number that you have, and for every work or agency that you're going to apply for, they're going to ask you, do you have an NI? So they use that to pay you, or they add that to pay you, sort of. I don't really know how it works, but basically you need to get an NI. It's very important. So I would suggest you get it, you apply for it immediately you're here. Maybe in your first month that you're here, you apply for that, so that way before it comes, you probably like gotten 1 or 2 work that would require you to get an NI. It's not so hard. You can get it at the gov.uk. You don't need to go anywhere. Everything is online. It's very, very easy to get done, so don't stress. Okay, so the next thing that I'll suggest is to get a bank account. Sister, brother, besties, you need a bank account too. So next thing that you need to get is to get a bank account. So usually what people do is when they come, since it's a little bit technical to get like a physical bank account the minute you get into the UK, you can literally use the Revolut or Monzo, which are like online banking. So if you're in Nigeria, you know the whole OPay, microfinance, something like that. I can't really remember all my days, but basically the way Kuda or OPay is, they are online banks that will help you keep money in your account. That way you're not holding cash on you, because half of the time all we do here in the UK is tap, so you might hardly not use cash as often as you think you would. So especially when you want to enter public transport, so the buses or the train, they hardly ever take cash, depending on your city though. My city here in Coventry now, I think you have to give them the exact amount of number, because they can't exact amount of cash, because they can't give you they can't give you they can't give you change back. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They can't give you change back. So after you've gotten your bank account, the next thing I would suggest is, if you're an international student and you're like, oh, how do I convert? Maybe I have Naira and I want to convert it to pounds or something. I think one of the best apps that makes it very easy for you to do things like that will be the Lem5. However, there are other banks. There's TransferGo, there's TapTap, but I personally use Lem5 because it's just very straightforward. Like, to me, there's no hassle, just very straightforward. So you're able to convert any amount of money from Naira to pounds, and it's very easy. It comes in like almost immediately. It doesn't take time. In less than 3 seconds, you've gotten the money in your account, and then you can now send that out to your UK account, your UK bank account, like Revolut or the Monzo. And if you've stayed here maybe a month and you need to get a physical bank, it's also good. You can get Barclays, you can get not Revolut, you can get Barclays, you can get Lloyds. There are like so many like really good banks that you can get as a student, as your first time here in the UK. So are you looking for work? Well, everyone's looking for work. Obviously, you're a student and you're trying to make ends meet, pay rent here and there. The first thing that you need to do is probably get a CV, like a good CV. I recommend the Harvard style CV. I think I'm gonna do a video about that because that really helped me. I was doing like the normal Nigerian CV, but I wasn't getting jobs.
Poverty sat me down on a Saturday morning one-on-one and told me, said, "You, I will kill you."
But the minute I did that Harvard style CV, oh my god, I was just getting jobs left and right. And make sure you're not using the same CV for the same job, like for different jobs. Let's say you want to apply for care home, and then you want to apply for teaching. You cannot use the same teaching assistant. You can't use the same CV that you use for the care home to the teaching assistant, because it would not work. There are two different references there, so it's not gonna work. And while you're at it, I would also recommend that after you've gotten your CV, you apply with agencies. The sooner the better. I think I came into the UK in January, and before I started work, it was May, because I didn't really know what to do. I didn't really have anyone to because I didn't know anyone here, so it was very hard for me to start working almost immediately. So that's why I'm here, besties. That's the whole point why I'm here. I'm here to help you. The next thing I would also recommend is make sure that you're getting a job that it's convenient for you, and it's part-time, obviously, because we're only as if you're on a student visa, you're only required to get the 20 hours, I think. So make sure that you're getting a job that will be very convenient for you. You're able to tackle your courses, like your coursework or your assignments, whichever one, or your exams, whichever one that you might be doing at your uni, and you're still able to go to work. So it's like you're balancing the two out. Okay, so besties, I think that is all. I'm pretty sure there are a lot more, but that's as far as I can go for this video because I don't want it to be too long. So thank you so much for watching. If you still have any more questions, please don't forget, comment down below your questions and I'll do a video on it, or I can just reply you straight away. It's no biggie for me. Thank you so much for watching. If you've been here from the beginning of this video till now, thank you so much. And I'll see you on the next one. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share with your friends. You never know who's gonna come into the UK. You never know who's already here and they might just need a little bit of help on what to do and what not to do. So thank you and have a nice day. Bye, besties.